So Jane wanted me to tell the story of how we met, and it kind of just started to fire on in my brain. It was during the time that we were organising, me and the crew were organising Ladyfest Manchester 2008, and Vic and Beck, who are some of Jane's oldest friends, were on the organising committee, and me and Jane pretty much just waltzed to Riot Girl all night, and then never saw each other again for about 3 years. But then from that, I discovered what For Book's Sake were and what they were doing. And I think I even went to your table at Ladyfest 10.
Yeah, but we didn't know each other then.
No,
I don't think we recognised each other.
Well, no,
despite our wild
drunken
night of
waltzing. It's like both of us at the time were drunkenly waltzing with a lot of other people.
Yeah, but I felt we had a connection.
That was the drunken waltz. The drunken waltz.
Yeah, we became best friends for a night, never saw each other again, met again but didn't realise it at the first ever For Book's Sake event at Ladyfest 10.
Exactly.
And then history was made.
Exactly. But then I moved to London about 3 years after that, and pretty much wanted to get involved in more kind of queer feminist writing stuff, and For Book's Sake was the natural thing to do. And because I'd been following it and I knew that Jane was awesome, I got in touch and was like, do you want some events? Do you want some stuff? And then that turned into a lot more than just events and stuff. It turned into...
Make it sound sus.
Make it sound sus.
Like we're shagging or got a crime empire. Which...
I mean, I would love the crime empire, no shade, but we wouldn't shag, that wouldn't work.
The accuracy. What have been your highlights during your For Book's Sake time?
Highlights of For Book's Sake. I mean, obviously I know this is like mega cheese, but it's getting to know the kind of the community, getting to know the people that are involved, building really good friendships with you and with Bridget and with Joe. I think that's been really important for me. Watching people grow and progress as well, so all the different people from the community and them getting published, becoming headliners, all that kind of stuff has been like a real privilege, but also not to sort of diminish the kind of 3 Edinburgh Fringe runs that we've sold out and the Royal Albert Hall gigs.
It's a pretty good get.
Yeah, I think like there's so many highlights that it's hard to count, basically. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I would agree with that. The Royal Albert Hall was pretty incredible. Edinburgh Fringe, GirlCon.
Ah, yes.
Getting to meet Margaret Atwood, go on the telly for the first ever Wilbert night and talk to Margaret Atwood about roller derby, and then go and give books out at the roller derby in our first year. That was very surreal introduction
Yeah,
to
no doubt.
trying to share the sort of very fledgling vision of Sake with the world, but it was a good intro to that. The publishing projects have been amazing.
For sure.
We raised thousands with that anthology for Rape Crisis, Furies, sold the entire print run in one night, and then you and I went to go and see Alaska.
That was obviously the best night ever. This is when Jane was fangirling over Alaska Thunderfuck so much that we ended up getting meet and greets on the same night as the Furies launch. So it was probably more emotions than we'd had in quite a long time.
Yeah, we did like a lot of crying at the book launch, then wait straight from there, which we thought we were going to have to do with a suitcase of books, but then we sold out the entire print run at that event. So we just had loads of empty suitcases at the drag club, and then cried a bit more because it was just quite an overwhelming night.
It was very overwhelming, and that was what, 6 years ago?
7, I think it's
Yeah.
12, no,
So
13.
So lots of amazing memories. What are your highlights, and what are the things that you'll take with you on your next journey?
What a good question. I think what For Book's Sake has taught me more than anything else is the power of community.
100%.
I really do feel like I have made friends that have become family, which feels an incredible thing to reflect on, and I could not have asked for more than that, and that is something that I never expected. That has been a real bonus, and it has taught me the power of kind of keeping the faith and trusting in your own creativity. Why is that funny?
Just like the never giving up kind of mantra was like the For Book's Sake mantra, wasn't it?
Yeah, the value of tenacity, and especially when you're championing voices that would otherwise be marginalised. I think having that dedication and commitment and letting that belief and defiance and fury fuel what you do and have that coalesce into something which time and time again has been incredibly beautiful, could not have been more powerful for me.
Agreed, definitely. Perfect. So I guess it's weird to say thank you and goodbye. We'll still be probably hanging around at events and sort of influencing in different ways, but for now it's just a thank you and a goodbye, I believe.
Yeah, thanks, good night. It's not the end of us and not the end of For Brick's Sake, but the end of this chapter, shall we say.
Yeah, close the book.